So, in this video, I am going to learn the subject operation research. So, what is the subject? The subject, what the subject want to tell, the purpose for what the subject. So here we can see a definition. So at first, before understanding the subjects, chapters, the problems of on that subject, we should understand the topics, the reason of subject, why this subject, and at first we should know the meaning and concept of this subject. So this subject is described just like that. So this name is Operation Research. In short, we used to say that OR. So it is saying that it is the application of methods of science to solve complex problems arising in the management of large system of man, machine, materials in industry, government, defense, etc. It measures the factors such as risk, chance, comparison, controlling decision making. Okay, so in this way we can't understand the real meaning of this subject. So at first we should know the um, history of subject, the reason of discover this subject, and how this subject has arise in our education system. So for that purpose, I have to go and uh, I have to remind history. So what kind of history it is? Sorry guys, the outside sounds is coming here. For that, I'm very sorry. Just try to adjust with me. I'm also traveling for making this video. So guys, if you adjust in this kind of problem, so it will be very helpful for me. Okay, so now we'll explain about the history of this subject. So what is the real meaning, what is the history, and from when this subject, this concept arise. So operation research, this is a story. um, so what is the story? In the second war world war two, second world war two, in the world war two, the British army, uh, during the world war, the british army, sorry guys, so British army, uh, the resources, the foods, the materials, the uh, weapons, the bullets, the grenades, uh, man, manpower, food, everything is going to end. In and at that point, the world was not going to end. It's have to go more than long time. So at that time, British army doesn't know, didn't know how to manage the rest of the wars with this limited man, with this limited resources, limited food, limited um, bullets, machine guns, weapons. So in that time, British army decided to make a solution with the scientist. So they called a bunch of scientists. So and scientist. So and the British army asked to advise them the solution in a scientific method. In a scientific method, they asked them to give them a solution and how to manage the rest of the wars and become a winner of this world. So at that time, the scientists had made some research during the war, and they study in details with the wars, and they also study the reason behind this lack of resources of any element in the wars, and why the others country have proper resources to manage the rest of the words. So what is the defaults, and what is the reason behind the situation have arisen today for British Army? So at that time, during this situation, during this world war situation, there are so many kind of concept that as arises during this um, world war situation, because this situation have given so much concept of study to us, to we can grow with that particular concept in future, grow more, and there we can learn something more to live your life with greatness. So and one of them concept they have discovered, that is operation research. So operation, so the scientists have make a scientific method how to win with limited resources, how to achieve your goals, how to achieve your objectives with limited resources. And they are and with this method, with this solution, the limited resource and the most of goals achieved during the adjustment in that, in both of them condition. The scientists have made an proper study, and they have discovered a method. So after implementing this method in World War II, the British, for that particular situation, the British Army managed to win the particular pandemic and war, and they have defeats their opposition with very well resources. And how they manage the rest of the words with the scientific skill. So this is the skill is called operation research. So operation research came from here. And there are also some concept like LPP. You will know with that you will know this chapter very well in future in this subject. And the LPP concept has come during this World War II, but from US Army. Okay. So that operation research have come from World War II, and it was discovered by some British scientist. Okay. So now we will study the uh, the real meaning. Now we will read it again. The real meaning of the uh, definition of this subject. So it is saying that it is the application of methods of science. So this is a method which you have to apply, uh, and it is a scientific method to apply to solve complex to solve complex problem arising in management and of large system of man, machine, materials in where in industry, government, defense, etc. It measures the factors such as risk, chance, comparison, controlling decision making. Okay, so this is the objectivity of this subject. So in my opinion, this is not a subject. Okay, this is not a real subject. This is a you can say that this is a concept, this is a methodology. So from that subject we will know some formula, we will know some describe some definitions, some objectives. But this is not a subject to study. This is a formula, this is a formula to live with limited resources. Okay. So this is the adjustment process, and the scientific adjustment process called this subject. Okay. So let me guess. Okay. So now so this is the primary definition of this subject, and you can go through that, and it is very well explained definition ever I have got. And this also got some from some YouTube videos. I am again telling that this definition is not written by me, because I am really not from that particular subject streams. I am from a commerce student. I am a commercian. So I have learned all about the subject, and I have given the all about the videos before. uh, so those was really my opinion and my point of view I have described. But in this subject, I have learned something very well, and I have gathered some interesting fact with this subject, and I am explaining that. And I really eager to explain you that this is really a good subject, and this is really interesting fact it's have. So I am here to I came here to make this video. So I'm excited about that so much. So with that definition, I want to say one thing more, that is, it's have another uh, fact, that is, sorry, it is experimental. It is experimental in nature. Yes, this is totally experimental. Okay, this is experimental. Why I'm saying that is experimental? Because it is a scientific method which are going to apply in not in a particular machines. Okay, so it is the method is going to apply in nature and reality. So sometimes it gives you the good result, sometimes it gives negative result, but the result would come every time. But the result will be the process will be experimental. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to explain some features about that subject. So this is the very interesting features I have studied. So the features of OR, features features of OR means operation research. So number one, features, systematic approach. Systematic approach. Systematic approach. At first I am writing all the features, then I will explain one by one. Interdisciplinary. 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 And methodology. Sorry guys, miss spelling, it's going to happen. You guys please adjust that. Decision making. Decision making. Decision making. Number 5, objectivity. Objectivity. And then another one is number 6, that is digital computer research. Digital computer research. Okay. So here it is, the features of that. You guys can write it down from here. So features of OR. So number one, it is systematic approach. So it is a the science is all about the system, and science is going through system, particular system. So science is the thing which is going through, which is going to make through system. This is system. So every formula has a system, and and when this particular name is when the scientific approach is going through a method, so it's also have a system. So methods is related with system, and methods is related with logic and science. So this is always, this is surely it is a systematic way to research the real thing, and the easiest way to live. So number one is it is obviously systematic approach because it's arrived from science. Number two, interdisciplinary. So interdisciplinary means what? Interdisciplinary means the particular the I think you guys can understand that operation research is not the thing to do with individual aspect. Operation research is not the thing which is going to happen with individual person or individual man. Because of operation research is discovered by a British scientist team. Okay, so scientist team. So this scientists have come from where? The scientists have comes from their different level of expertness. So they are experts in their different field, and they are the best in their field, they are the expert in their field. Okay, so they have come from their best field, in the field they are the best, Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, so interdisciplinary means it is the special thing, the special treatment they can give to others from his own field. Okay, so interdisciplinary, if a person is good in cricket, if a person good in math, if a person good in biology, if a person good in computer, if a person good in computer repairing, if a person good in car repairing, so they're expert in their field, they have enough experience, they are well known for their expertness in their field. So this is the thing, interdisciplinary, this is the disciplinary maintained by their own skill. So interdisciplinary is thing which have consisting the part of the operation research. Okay, so number three, this is a methodology. Obviously the when the scientific research arrive, so this is also going to this gonna be happen through a particular method, because the research system is going through a step. Okay, so the all the research system in the world is going through particular step. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and the final stage. So it has step, and everyone have to follow this step, and who are going to discover the step, they are the specialized person who have make the step to go the final goal, and achieve that with your own skill. So it is methods to read every step, and expand the thing with this step. So in the number 4, it is explaining that decision making. Obviously, why not? This is the subject to study to make proper research, and to get proper decision. The decision you have to make, the decision you have to make through the result you have got from operation research. So you can make your own decision, and the decision would have been taken on the uh, perspective of your own point of view. So decision making is going to happen on that product, on the product of that research. And the number 5 is objectivity. This is surely regarding a objectivity, because the objectivity is to achieve your goals. So objectivity describes you the things. The objectivity is this sickness of goals, to understand, to achieve the goals. So it is regarding objectivity. And in this world there is nothing without objectivity. You guys are studying this subject during what, to get good marks, and to learn this subject and get prepared for your exam. So there is also objectivity. Without objectivity there is nothing in the world. So in this particular topic, objectivity means, objectivity is what, objectivity is going to pressurize you, going to force you to do this particular subject with limited, to understand, to know the limited resources and maximum achievement. So this is the objectivity of that subject. And number 6, that is digital computer research. And in today's world, everything is going to happen with computer. So without computer research, at the time of second world war there is no computer, but today at now this whole thing is going to happen through computer. So if you are going to making any kind of implement, you are going to implement any kind of methods to achieve your maximum goals with limited time, with limited resource, with limited money, with limited power, then you have to go through that subject, and you have to understand the operation research, what really mean it. Okay, so here it is, all the features are given here. So I think there's nothing to understand more on that particular topic. And yeah, and guys, what the operation research is, the subject is created through so many concepts and so many methods. So methodology is going to happen. Methodology is going to happen a huge kind of thing for you. So there are so many method, and each and every method is too much interesting, guys. So after a long time, after learning the accountancy, I have get so much um, eagerness to learn and teach people the subject. So this is operation research. This is not really a hard subject. This is sometimes it's, yeah, I can say this is easy subject, because the research work is not easy. And if you are students from any PhD, you are a PhD aspirant, or if you are want to get degree in PhD in your particular subject, then this operation research is going to learn you a huge and lot of things to go with your limited time, and to get maximum kind of information to complete your research work, but research job, or your thesis or paper. So here it is. So to understand this subject, concentrate on whatever I am trying to say. And if you guys not regularly practical with English, then ask me. I will make on more to language like Hindi and Bengali. I have no problem. I have no problem to describe each and every subject. So I will do that. If you guys have any kind of request with this language, then please um, comment. Please go to comment box and explain whatever the things you need through this subject. Okay. So in the next point, I am going to discuss application in the reality. So what kind of application is going to make on that chapter? Number 1, allocation of resources. Allocation of resources. Allocation of resources. Okay. Number 2, inventory control, inventory control, inventory control, and number 3, it is the main thing, it is the object of operation research subject, that is minimization, minimization, minimization of cost and maximization, maximization, maximization of profit, maximization of profit. Okay. Okay, so from number 1 I'm going to explain that again. So here it is, the applications here. So number 1 is allocation of resources, the proper resources allocation. So when you have limited resources, then you have to make a proper and proper and positive allocation of that limited resources. If you're not able to able to make this proper allocation, so I'm going through a reality based example. So in the team, in the cricket team, if you have 11 players, but you don't, but the players, you don't know the players specialization in what. In the film, movie, American film, you know that the name of this film. So 1 minute guys. So I think you guys can remember the movie name Lagan. Lagan. I think I misspelling that. I can recall the movie name spelling. So this was the movie name. I'm not writing that because I'm not sure with that spelling of that movie. So in Lagan, you have know that there were no cricketers in the village. In the particular village, there was no cricketers, but they don't know how to play cricket with uh, what kind of potential they have in the cricket field, so they don't know. Okay, so Amir Khan also don't know he can be a great uh, fast bowler and batsman. The others people don't know they can be a good batsman, good wicket keeper, good fielder. So Amir Khan don't know that who are going to serve the uh, opener batsman, who are going to serve the spin ball, who are going to serve the fast bowling. So they don't know. At that time, they is to play with their own self, and Amir Khan wants to understand who is special in what, who is special in what. So at that time, I don't know the father of this heroine. Um, so he was a doctor in the village, and Amir Khan get to know that that guy can handle the wicket keeper, the place of wicket keeper. So that person got the chance, the wicket keeper, and the others people don't know how to who, and the paralyzed man, he was a good spin bowler, so he have made great spin bowling. So from the little bit silly kind of situation, from a little bit situation, he have gathered a knowledge with that they can be a good spin bowler, they can be a good cricketer, they can be a good opener, batsman, middle order. wicket keeper, fielder. So at first they is to play. So they want to play for what? They want to play, make them understand who were good in what. So the proper allocation. If a the person don't know if he is a good bowler or bad bowler, yeah, good batsman, yeah, bad batsman, so with bad skill. But the person know that I can be. If a person don't know, what can I do? If a person don't know, if the person know that, yeah, I can be a good cricketer, yeah, I can be a good batsman, and American serve him, tell him to serve the bowling, and this man could not make proper bowling, and he had gave so many run. So that could not be possible with limited resource and proper allocation. If you can't make the allocation in a proper way, then your resources are going to be hell. Your resources are going to proper waste. Sorry guys, proper waste. So at first, so not to give your resources to go for waste, you should know the concept and proper knowledge to allocate the resource to your team, to your management, to your particular situation. Okay, so here it is. So and in the second application was in the second application, inventory control. So inventory control is the result of operation research. If you know the proper operation research, you will use your inventory in a proper way. So inventory control is the great example which can arise from our operation research subject. Give you this subject will give you the proper knowledge to how to control your inventory in a proper way. If you are wasting your inventory, that could not be get you good result in future. So you have to know the inventory. You have to control your inventory throughout your proper research work, and the research work name is operation research. And number 3, we can see the minimization of cost and maximization of profit. So here it is the concept of every manufacturing or production company. They have the objectivity to minimize their cost and to achieve maximum profit in their field. So every manufacturing company has this goal, this motive, and they're trying to make some. They were realistic to find some method and process to get maximized profit with minimum cost. If the production company can make their cost minimize, then they will easily get much more profit. So here it is a study for production companies to get maximum profit with minimum cost. So this is all about the subject I have discussed now. I think there's nothing with this subject. So in the next video in the next video in the next video next video I'm going to explain. I will come with a new chapter. In the next video, I am going to explain a new chapter called assignment problem. So assignment problem will be our next topic, and in this subject. And I'm really, guys, this is a very interesting subject to know your reality throughout your smart work. So it is the smart work. It is this process of smart work to get proper result, maximum result with minimum resource, any kind of resource. It's time, it can be money, it can be men, it can be knowledge. So if if this chapter we know, we got to know very well, then you will manage everything in your life so much easiest way. So I am really too much eager to know you guys. So in this very next video we will discuss this assignment problem, and please guys subscribe to this channel.